So I'm a graduate of the computer science program here at St. Cloud State, and I wanted to briefly introduce a mentor of mine since '98 when I enrolled here. His name is Sarnath Ramnath, the department chair for computer science. So, at St. Cloud, I'm sure in a lot of colleges, there's a lot of connections that are established, and I did this diagram once when I was speaking to a student organization about how intertwined this was. We were working on side projects while we were studying. A little bit of partying like Doug Berg, maybe not quite as much because I made it through, but and it led to these relationships. So one day, I get a phone call, and I got an email. Sarnath asked to see me in his office. I was like, uh-oh. I heard from Doug that's not a good thing. But actually, Sarnath was welcoming me to the office, and he wanted to help us build an organization, and that organization became NativeX. And I am eternally grateful for the support I received from Sarnath as a professor, both in my studies, but also and especially with building a strong organization. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Sarnath Ramnath.
Thank you, Ryan. As an educator, there's nothing more exciting than to hear from your students, that you did something to help them. It's awesome. And, I just want to share a lot of things have happened, since '99 when I knew Ryan was starting this company. And I really didn't know a lot about starting companies, but we said we'd help him in any way we could. And, well, he knew what to do better than, so he just had to tell me, here's what I want you to do, and we had to do it. So that was easier. And so I'm really glad that all those little things that we did helped him come where he is. And, last year, I heard back from him about a year ago. I know he had sold, he had exited from NativeX, and I know how the company changed. And Ryan, by the way, it was not called freeze.com to begin with. It was Free Stuff Center, I think, right? You changed that to freeze.com. So when he came to me, it was actually Free Stuff Center. So, he said something that, they were doing this startup, boot camp. And I had no idea what it was really. But then I sat through these sessions in summer, and I learned now I have a clearer idea of what Ryan's vision is. The vision that I see now is, that there's two things here. We have to have all these entrepreneurs, and some students are going to have a more entrepreneurial bent of mind, and we'd like to help them. But there are also a lot of students who will be helping these entrepreneurs grow their businesses. So we also have to prepare students to enter the startup environment. Okay, so that's a really exciting thing. And we are no longer just the Department of Computer Science. We are Computer Science and Software Engineering, a new program, which we are very proud of. And we have cybersecurity, and we are coming up with information technology. So we really are in a position to be helping with this effort to bringing the startup environment into this area, into this region. So again, the other student entrepreneur, actually he walked into my office one day and just said he wanted to do some work on some of my research. And I said, okay, well, he's an undergraduate student. I said, here's one of my articles, you can go and read them. But he came back after some time, and sure enough, he said, well, we can do some of these things in a more interesting way. And he was entrepreneurial right then, and so we actually published an article together, which appeared in an international conference, which does not happen very often with an undergraduate student. And he did a great job, and we've been in touch ever since, all his trials as he went through this process of growing FieldNation. And today, it's my pleasure to now introduce Mynul Khan, CEO of FieldNation, to all of you. And he will tell us something about their entrepreneurial journey. So thank you, and welcome, Mynul.